I said we go to Dairy Queen.
I said we go to
French. You take that.
Put your shirt down, Peter. This isn't a...
Yes.
That's you, Robert?
Not four, okay.
Help! Help!
Yeah,
That's what this... There's another chance.
He's got it, Mike. He's got it.
Look, he's got the
He's his best kicker. It's just that he's got both for the accuracy and put it in the corner. So last time he kicked it right at the goalie. Come on, Bobby. Don't power it, just place it. That's better.
finds Rob Jachym. Jachym hits a beautiful shot. What a superb game he's playing today. That's his third goal of the day.
Dangerous.
Ken Khan with the assist. I think we have about 3 minutes remaining in this one, in this contest. Substitute for Maloney, Rob Jachym steps off the field, ending his day with 3 goals and 1 assist.
Council, I'd like to extend our congratulations for a job well done, and may God bless both of you in your future endeavors on the athletic field and in your academic career. And I'd like to present you this, Robbie, with a gold pin from the city. Eddie, the same, with a gold pin from the city. Congratulations. You guys want to say anything? Don't feel bad. I don't like to talk at times either. Did a good job. Thank you very much.
Didn't he feel it was going to mean stop playing the game?
Yeah, but no, well, it does, but then...
Time of the goal, 63:29.
Because I got to decide who to, say you're behind me. The argument is that the pass is going to the player.
Friends, well, I guess Andrew Mills thought 2-1 Hawks, and look how happy Rob Jachym is. You gotta love
This year's team and last year's team is last year we were probably given up. We might have lost a game like this, but this year we'd stuck.
down just outside the box. Hartford's Rob Jachym is awarded a goal kick. And check this out, folks. The ball goes off the crossbar twice before being slammed into the back of the net by freshman Dominique Wilkes for his 5th game-winning goal of the season. For your 3-1 final, the team will travel to Vermont for an afternoon. Brian Stuffer takes a closer look.
Rob Jachym is the conference leading 19 points on 7 goals and 5 assists. In this young season, Rob has already been named American East Player of the Week twice. Sophomore forward Adrian Weeks has stepped into the offensive role nicely and is currently second leading scorer on the Hawks with 12 points on 5 goals and 2 assists.
Going on a road trip, we're going down to Delaware now on an 8-game unbeaten streak. And a challenge now is to see how long we can keep the streak going and do well in the conference.
A big part of the Hawks' success this season is defense. Defensive leader Sebastian Cognetta and the Hawks D have contributed to 3 shutouts in a row. Cognetta was named Umbro Invitational Defensive MVP in last Sunday's tournament in North Carolina.
Coach has been stressing defense all year. That's what we've been working on for the most part in practice, all of preseason, by the way. And I guess that's the reason why we got 4 of the last 5 games have been shutouts.
The goalkeeping tandem of senior Kevin Hickey and junior Chris DiGenova are putting up very impressive stats with 5 shutouts and a 0.63 goals against average combined on the season. But with this success, you cannot forget about Pat McCann, one of the Hawks' premier players last season.
Pat helps the team emotionally. He fires us up when we're down, and his absence on the field is felt, but as far as off the field before games and practice, he's there for us, and he's our biggest fan. And in that aspect, he's helped.
The team is currently riding an 8-game unbeaten streak and is currently 21st in the nation, off to their best start in 12 years. I'm Brian Stauffer from Almersburg Field in the rain.
Two opponents in the quarterfinals. Now, the Hartford Hawks had a few psychological roadblocks to overcome if they were going to beat Harvard in the second round of the NCAA tournament. First, Hartford had to forget its past. In 4 previous meetings with Harvard, the Hawks only had won once. And that was 6 years ago. Second, Hartford had to get past the home field advantage held by the Crimson. So with mental anguish set aside, Hartford concentrated on their game, and as Kevin DuPont reports, the Hartford Hawks played a great one.
Led by Rob Jachym's 3 unassisted goals, 2 of them in OT. The University of Hartford knocked Harvard out of the NCAA soccer playoff Sunday with a 3-2 victory at O'Leary Field at the edge of the Harvard campus.
We created a lot of chances for ourselves, and unfortunately today we just couldn't seem to get them in.
Harvard, the Ivy League champion, was down a man headed into OT. Andrew Lundquist tossed out on a red card for grabbing Jachym by the shirt and hauling him down to prevent a breakaway.
He had no choice, really, but to pull me down because we would have been up 2-0 there, or if I scored a breakaway. We would have been up 2-0 there. They would have no chance. But this way, he stopped it. He got a red card, but they still had a chance.
Jachym, the America East Player of the Year, broke the 1-1 deadlock in the 92nd minute of play for a 2-1 Hawks lead. Less than 2 minutes later, the menacing striker was back, drilling his 3rd goal by Crimson goalkeeper Jordan Dupuis for what would be the winning goal.
I'm going to give him a lot of credit. I think he took his chances very well. He's got a real powerful left foot, I'll tell you that.
The Crimson cut it to 3-2 with 1:08 left, but their 16-game winning streak came to an end when senior captain Will Kohler's corner kick went for naught.
Everything that you have the last of at Harvard it leaves a memory, and this is the last time I'll be on the soccer field. You know, we've had some great moments on the soccer field, and I wasn't depressed. I was just kind of happy. You know, I have great memories here, so.
This is like our 2nd season, a new life. We didn't think we were going to come in and make the tournament. And now that we're in it, this is, like I said before, this is a bonus. Every game, every win is just, it's unbelievable. It's just like a bonus season for us.
With this victory, the Hawks move on to the NCAA quarterfinals for the first time in school history. For New Sport Journal in the shadows of Harvard Stadium, I'm Kevin DuPont.
Hartford's record is now 17-5-1, and thus makes this team the winningest men's soccer team.
We'll just have to see exactly what they're up their sleeve.
You can never have enough defenders late in the season. It seems to be the case. So the Columbus Crew, indeed, have the third selection in this year's draft. So let's go back down to the podium for the third selection.
Number 3 pick in the first round to the Columbus Crew from the University of Hartford, Rob Jachym. Rob Jachym, the Columbus Crew.
So the Columbus Crew, of course, had a dramatic late-season run to make the playoffs, and they do go for a goal scorer with the third selection overall this year, Rob Jachym, and there you see the numbers on him, 42 goals in 76 games, so a guy that has been able to find the back of the net.
Well, there's no question. I think he showed out here the opportunity to get in good goal-scoring situations. That's what you want to see first and foremost. They'll work with him. They'll work with him in their system. They'll teach him the things that they do. They'll also work with the communication with other players that are getting him the ball. But that sixth sense, that ability to get into scoring positions, very important. 42 goals as a college player. Now we get to see him at the next level. It should be a great opportunity.
See if he can put it in the net for the Columbus Crew. We are at halftime of the Umbro Select All-Star Classic. The West with the 1-0 lead, and we're coming back with more Major League Soccer Draft 1997. 3 picks down, 7
of Argentina pushed up on the left side because Dr. Kumalo was unavailable. And up front, Rob Jachym winning his first start as a Columbus player beside sneaky Pete Marino. That's how it looks for the Columbus Crew. Racing in menacingly.
Salcedo's pass just didn't have enough on it, and it was intercepted. It was a very, very dangerous area.
Now the chance for Jachym. No flag as he races against Tinsley. What a chance. Pete Marino. Oh, he just kicked it too far forward for his own good, and the opportunity is lost. What an opportunity.
It's a great opportunity, and I think that's one that Pete will regret not putting away at the end of this game. And here's the replay on that one. Jachym wins the ball. It gets slid over to Pete Marino, who just doesn't get the first touch very well, and Arman comes out very well. And
will be Imad Baba, their number 8. Entering the game, number 21, Rob Jachym, out of the University of Hartford, where he was an All-American and started the season with the Columbus Crew.
And he was the first-round pick in the '97 college draft guy. He's coming on for one reason, offense. He has an absolute left-footed cannon, does number 21, Rob Jachym.
Clopas with the left-footed cross, headed away by Francis Okara. Farias neatly keeps possession for New England. We've got a one-on-one situation, Pittman and Jachym. McCune comes back to help defend. There's that left foot. He tries to pass for New England. Farias trying to shake off the effects of that tackle by Pittman. Rob Jachym gets to the ball first. It's on that left foot that you talked about, Bill. But Tinsley heroically got his foot to it. Nevada. Factor. Joe Max Moore wants it back. Long range shot by Nevada. Saved by Mike.
On the ball. New England really knocking the ball around nicely here. It could have been played to Burns, who was making the run. There's the end result of the shot. Rob Jachym, who just came on, showing up, making himself available.
Too many players forward.
Very much so. They are very conscious of the fact they will attack from the center of the field when they try and counterattack.
There'll be no whistle there as Jachym appeared to get away with pulling down a Kansas City defender. And Kansas City narrowly escapes.
So Mo Johnston has left the game for the Wizards, as has Sean Bowers. Mo Johnston with a right hamstring.
In the midfield, almost right in front of him, letting the players play. He's got a substitution as Evans Wise comes on.
Rob Jachym will take the place of Evans Wise. And Jachym, of course, was released by the Columbus Crew earlier this season. Picked up by the Revolution. Jachym, born in Poland, lives in Meriden, Connecticut. The test here for the Revolution defenders. McBride and Dooley tearing in from the back. Thomas Rongen making his second switch.
Imad! Just play behind the two front. We have 2 front runners now, Robbie and Johnny.
Well, there you heard it from the horse's mouth. Jachym and Kerr, the 2 front runners, telling Imad Baba to play just behind.
Well, this is that 4-4-2 formation that worked so effectively on Friday night. A lot more different personnel out there for New England.
Jachym, more of a direct central player than Wise. Has a good shot on him. Here he is. Oh, a lot of space for Rob Jachym. And a good shot. Kerr following up. Friedel with an exceptional save.
They're both smiling there.
Kerr trying to pick up the scraps. What an entrance to the match, though, by Rob Jachym against his former teammates.
Well, that's exactly what you said, Derek Ray. He's known for his shot and his ability to run onto the ball. Johnny Kerr perhaps a fraction of a second late getting to the rebound. But watch, little wall pass, a little give and go, and Jachym is away.
Now Wood with a shot. Going back to live action, Wood's drive over the top as we watch the conclusion of the previous move. Time running out for New England, just over 1 minute left. We saw Columbus turn things around against the Revolution last season. Can New England return the favor? Maybe here. Jachym with a good chance, trying to cut it back, and Kerr! Goodness! A last-ditch effort for the Revolution. John Kerr had to take it on the volley. That's always tough. Rob Jachym looking to set him up. And could it be the final chance for the Revolution today?
Watch it here, Jachym. See it right there, he loses his timing a little bit, gets it to Johnny Kerr. I'll tell you, John would like to have that one back, I know.
Depart the field. Robert Varzija was the hero today. His goal in the 55th minute secured victory. The Crew now 5-1 against the New England Revolution. Thomas Rogman will try to sort things out in time for next week's match against the Kansas City Wizards. But all in all, not a terrible weekend for the Revolution. A split.
And your final forward, starting number 23, Robert Jachym.
Robbie Jachym and his family came to this country from Poland when he was 5. He's now an American citizen, and at age 24, he is the shining star of the Western Mass Pioneers.
Safe to say he's one of the most talented guys in the league.
Oh, yes. I'm yet to see anybody better in the league. Maybe I'm a little biased, he's playing for us, but I don't see anybody with his skill level playing in the league right now.
I'm a team player, I think. You know, I want to do whatever it takes to win the game. I'm pretty good going at people one-on-one. I have a good left foot.
He's not too shabby at finding the open teammate either, and that's something he definitely prides himself on.
I think you need to do both, because if you're strictly a goal scorer, you know, they can lay off you a little bit and let you shoot from 20, 30 yards out, and, you know, most of the time won't go in.
Most of the time it has gone in for Jachym, and that too is no accident. See, he does have a little edge on the competition. Rob also brings 2 full seasons of MLS experience to the Pioneers. He spent half a season with Columbus and a year and a half with the Revolution. His ultimate goal, of course, is to get back to that league. But in the meantime, life with the Pioneers suits him just fine.
I come in with a little bit more experience than some of these guys playing against better players, training every day against, you know, Joe Max Moore or Lalas or Walter Zanga, shooting on Walter Zanga. So, you know, that not everybody can say that they've had that kind of experience. So, you know, hopefully I can sharpen up my game a little bit, fine-tune it, and mature a little bit as a player, and I maybe, you know, be able to get back up there.
In the meantime, life with the Pioneers isn't all that bad.
You know, I like the situation I'm in right now. You know, this is kind of you know, it's a real good professional atmosphere here. You know, it's a nice stadium, and we get big crowds here.
Duke Castiglione, News 40 Sports.
And in a big league game tonight. Highlights from Lusitano Stadium now. There they are, your Western Mass Pioneers poised for action. And here's Rob Jachym setting up Luis Perez right in front of the net for the first goal of the game. New Hampshire comes back and ties things up in the first half there. Off the loose ball, it's Ron Murphy. And Murphy finds the back of the net, and we're all knotted at 1. But here's your game winner in the second half. It's Paul Wright off the penalty kick. Wright gets it to go. Western Mass wins it 2-1. So the Pioneers grab a huge 4-point win tonight.
Well, it's always tough when we play New Hampshire. We always seem to bring out the best in both teams. But tonight we just edged it. I mean, we had a few chances. We could have buried them earlier on. But it's a great effort by all the boys.
What'd you think? Tremendous. Tremendous game. We knew we had to work very hard to beat this team. And they're our arch rival. So we worked hard and got a little lucky with the PK, but good finish, ready. Tremendous.
The win is very important for us. One more time, we didn't play pretty, but I think we deserve win today.
Well, it looks more and more like the Western Mass Pioneers are in the postseason. Last night at Lusitano Stadium in front of a full house, they shut out Reading 2-0 and all but assured themselves a playoff berth. Here we go. That was John Voigt coming up big in the first half for the Pioneers. Time for some scoring now. Off the corner, it's Chris Legowski with a perfect kick. Tony Katera from nowhere with a header. That made it 1-0 Pioneers. Then just before the end of the half, Western Mass goes up 2-0. Once again, Legowski taking the corner. That was Rob Jachym with a header. Jachym's 20th goal of the season. Western Mass is still in first place. They'd pick up 4 points for their troubles. 2-0 is how it ended.
The penultimate game of the regular season this evening, the Pioneers made a nice little contribution to the Shriners, and that may have provided some good karma. 4 minutes into this one, Huey Ferguson slipped one past John Voigt, and North Jersey was up 1-0. Second half now, Les Lunford put the Imperials up 2-0, and wasn't looking real good. But Rob Jachym cut the deficit in half with his 22nd goal of the season. And then the Pioneers' other big gun, Paul Wright, tied it with about 3 minutes to go, and it was a brand new ball game. Less than a minute later, it was over. Gary Clark, the Pioneers' late game specialist, got to be the hero. 3-2 was the final. That's a big win for Western Mass. Pioneers play Rhode Island tomorrow night. There's still a good chance they'll host a playoff game.
How's it feel to be the hero? Really good, man. Great. I was kind of scared there for a minute. See, right, you get the second and say, yes, we got 3 minutes or overtime. Robbie Spirit, right on my feet, I was like, yes, we're going.
And you had him all the way?
All the way.
We couldn't ask for a more emotional game. One game left in the season, we're fighting for a home game for these guys, one more game for the fans here at least. And that was huge, that was awesome. That was probably one of the top 3 games I've ever been involved in.
We need 5 points today, and we have to win tomorrow to have a home field advantage. We did the first step. Next step is tomorrow.
Menace to the Western Mass Pioneers over the past 2 years. Their empire currently consists of the entire D3 Pro League as it entered tonight's game on a 13-game win streak. The Pioneers, though, were hoping to break the curse tonight as they played the biggest game in their history, a second-round playoff match at Lusitano Field. And the Pioneers were pumped for this one, along with their fans who just didn't want to stay in their seats. The home team had the early chances as Paul Wright walks in alone, but Andy Boyer makes the stop. Then Boyer will play hero again as he stops Ricardo Mange on the penalty kick. It was scoreless at the half. To the second half we go. It was Pioneer goalie John Voigt's turn to step up as he is all over the follow-up shot to keep the game at a scoreless tie. 8 minutes to go now. The Pioneers thought they had the go-ahead goal. Rob Jachym found the back of the net, but he was ruled offsides. No goal. So we would end up in overtime where Jachym would get another chance. And that was it. 8 minutes into overtime. Rob Jachym with the game's only goal, and the Pioneers win 1-0. They head to the National Final Four.
Oh my God, unbelievable. I don't know, it was another great cross near post. We got robbed a little bit earlier on a near post cross. I don't know if I was offsides, maybe, you know, I'm not going to question the referee, the linesman's decision. I think it was the right call. Who knows? But we got the game winner near post cross, and then we went berserk. I don't know what the heck I was doing. I was running around for like 30 minutes. I don't know what happened, but it was great. We're looking forward to next Friday.
I was trying to tell him, switch the sides, because I could beat this guy one-on-one. And they finally started playing some balls, and we got a couple of chances off of that. And that's why in the beginning of every game, we practice cross.
Rival tonight, the New Hampshire Phantoms. This game was for the Northern.
We were working so hard today, and we just said we weren't giving up a goal, and we didn't. And all we said, like, just get us one, and we're going to win the game, and he did.
All right, and so now guess what?
The kick, he was denied by Phantom goalie Andrew Boyer, a Ludlow native. Pioneer goalie John Voigt was also big tonight. Check that save. But the game was scoreless. With just under 9 minutes to go in the second half, Robbie Jachym got the header, but it was waved off. No goal. They went to sudden death. Tony Cartiera centered one to Jachym, and this one was good. The Pioneers win it 1-0 there in the national semis. They will host that game next Friday night at 7:30.
Robbie, how's it feel to be the hero? Feels good. Just good? Feels awesome. I'm too tired to say how good it feels. I thought we got robbed over there on the first goal. He called offsides on me. We missed a penalty. I missed an easy chance. We had him all the way. We just had to finish him off, and
once again in dramatic fashion in front of a huge home crowd.
An exciting game. You guys gave the fans their money worth. Did you know you had them all the way?
No way. It's a team like New Hampshire, you just never know. Once the overtime goal goes in or the final whistle, that's when we know. They're just too dangerous otherwise.
We knew coming into the game we had a better chance than they did. We were playing at home. We won both of our games at home, and they won both of their games at home. We thought we were the better team coming in.
You know, this game cost me a lot of energy and headache. How you can miss penalty, how you can miss breakaway. We dominated the game. We changed the game completely in the second half, and the results come.
It's obviously better to play at home. We've done pretty well this year on the road, but obviously a home game is, you can't ask for much better position than that in the playoffs.
To win before tonight's Pioneers game. That's not much of a stretch, given Rona usually says that before every game. But since tonight's match against Chico, California was a national semifinal, it shows Rona feels his players are among the best in the nation. Here we go, confidence the key word, and a beautiful night in Ludlow for one of the biggest games ever played at historic Lusitano Field. The Chico Rooks traveled 3,000 miles for this one. The home crowd, 4,600 strong, was behind the Pioneers from the moment they were introduced. Longmeadow's Brad Miller, one of the original Pioneers. Western Mass controlled play early and was able to take the lead just 12 minutes into the match. Chris Legowski centers. Paul Wright gets ahead on it first. Then Rob Jachym heads it into the net. Jachym, our live guest on 22 News at 6, puts the Pioneers up 1-0. And there was a Brandy Chastain impersonator in the crowd as well tonight. Western Mass tried to double its pleasure a short time later, but Chico goalie Brandon Herron makes the stop. Legowski would go down late in the first half. Watch this collision, a hard one with the Rooks' Joe Alvarez. Chris was shaken up, but otherwise okay. It was 1-0 at the half. Pioneers making some noise in the second 45. Ricardo Mange will get the free kick. Look at the placement. Pioneers up 2-0. Coach Rona is excited. The home team wasn't done yet. Kevin Chevalier times the pass with Paul Wright, and the Pioneers in command, 3-0. The Rooks would get one back with less than 10 minutes to go, but the Pioneers show who the superior team is one more time. Springfield's Paul Kelly with the penalty kick. He drills it through the back of the net as the Pioneers roll. 4-1 was the final. The Pioneers train keeps on rolling.
It feels awesome. This is what we've been working for,
MVP right here. MVP.
Nah, it was solid. Team effort. Everybody just came in solid. It was great. Great feeling. A lot of fans. It's awesome right now.
What's the difference do you think tonight? Just the intensity. I don't think they ever really got into their own type of game. We took the game over, put a goal in early, kind of sat back a little bit, and then the second half came out and just really put it away and finished our chances today. And this is what happens. We're dangerous. We do that.
We got the goal early, and and then we held it on. Second half, we just got the ball moving. They pressed forward, and we got a couple more.
We win, and we'll be playing for the national champion. And what they say, I am very close to have a perfect game. We're not yet, but we're almost there.
Pioneers, it's the biggest game they'll ever play. Leading scorer Rob Jachym is a former Major League Soccer player, so he knows about the big time, but even he admits to some butterflies.
A little bit. We talked earlier about, getting this far, getting to the Final Four, and it being a bonus season, the pressure being off us because we won the conference championship, and, not too many people expected too much from us, but now playing at home, it's a perfect setup, national championship. To win a national championship at any level is, it's great to be the best, at anything, at any level. And, professional soccer, that's one thing, and being at home here, hopefully another huge crowd, there's going to be some pressure. I think once we get closer to kickoff, I think I'll get a little more nervous.
Game time Saturday night at 7:30 in Ludlow. U.S. Open.
Right, Ray?
It sure will be, Beth. I'll tell you, it's been an incredible year for the Pioneers, and tomorrow they take the field you can see behind me to try to win the national championship against South Jersey, a team that won the regular season championship. Now, the Pioneers are coming off last week's 4-1 semifinal win over Chico, California. And there was no question about it, Pioneers fever has caught on here in Western Massachusetts. The fans, both old and young alike, have turned out to support the local team. I talked with Pioneers General Manager Rick Andre earlier today about the fan enthusiasm generated by this team.
Well, our goal from the outset was to be family-oriented. That's what we were looking to have. As you well know, youth soccer is the largest sport in the country. And that's what we set out to have come to the games. That's who have come to the games. They've enjoyed it. They've loved it. We have a great group of players. Their personalities are, you know, very easy to hook onto, and the kids love them and the fans love them. So it's been great. The support, not only from Ludlow, but from the entire Western Mass area, has just been tremendous.
Well, Rick Andre and the entire Pioneers organization hope they have one more win left for the fans, and of course, that game will be played tomorrow night right here in Ludlow. And of course, we hope the weather, it's raining today, but we hope the weather will improve tomorrow. Coming up at 6, I'll have more on the Pioneers and what their success has meant to this community. Beth, back to you.
All right, should be a packed house.
Versus a team they had never beaten, the Barons of South Jersey. But as Steve Roulier points out, when it mattered most, the Pioneers came through.
A sellout crowd of well over 5,000 witnessed one of the greatest soccer games ever played at Ludlow's famed Lusitano Field. The fans were wild. They were loud. These guys had to be crazy to waste such energy making this sign. The players were sky high entering tonight's final with South Jersey, a team that had beaten them twice during the regular season. The Pioneers had a few good chances in the opening half, but when the first 45 minutes expired, we were scoreless. The Pioneers came out firing in the second half, and it paid off. Just a minute and a half in, they scored the game's first goal. Paul Wright in the right spot with the rebound, and the Pioneers led 1-0. A few minutes later, Rob Jachym off the feed from goalie John Voigt. He puts it into the back of the net. 2-0 Pioneers. South Jersey was not about to give up. Matt Brooks uses his head on the redirection. It's 2-1. The Barons rushing the net, and the Pioneers defense comes up big, not once, but twice. And the Pioneers are able to hang on 2-1 the final. The Western Mass Pioneers are your national champions.
Western Mass Pioneers are the USL D3 National Champions!
You can't know words to describe right now. This crowd, this game, unbelievable, unbelievable. It's a dream come true, man. I've been waiting for this for about 4 or 5 years now. Finally came true. I'm so happy. Could have done it without all the teammates. Everyone worked it as a team tonight. Crazy game, Steve. Thank you. I can't thank PK, Brad, Kyle, Kevin, Brad. They were sensational in front of me. Sensational.
The Western Mass Pioneers pulled off the same feat this evening. The game tonight against the South Jersey Barons was sold out yesterday, standing room only. Almost 5,300 people were there this evening, and they got their money's worth. The first half was a defensive battle, and Pioneer goalie John Voigt was all over it. Big save right there. It was scoreless at the half. Early in the second, the Pioneers got it going. Paul Wright, one of their big guns, was there to do the honors. The Pioneers had a 1-zip lead. In the 61st minute, Robbie Jachym used his left foot to score his 28th goal of the season. The Pioneers led 2-0. But South Jersey's Matt Brooks quieted the crowd with this header. The Barons had pulled to within 1 in the 82nd minute. Voigt didn't flinch. Check this. Big save. Late in the game, the Pioneers won it 2-1. They are the D3 national champs.
Words can't describe it right now. It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, it was a great game by both teams. One team has to win. That's the way it goes, but I'm glad it was us.
We saw the way we were playing. As we progressed, got further and further into the season, we realized that hey, this is something special we got here. We can't give it up. Why not win the whole thing?
Show us the plaque, Mr. MVP. Oh, here's the plaque. A little champagne soaked, but you came up huge in so many situations. How was it back there? Tense of moments, but the defense, yeah, I can't say enough. They cleared a lot of balls off the line. They were sensational.
It's a great feeling. Finally, I can smile. The job is done. We take the step after step, one step in one more. I think all I can say, I'm very happy.
And
Massachusetts, the Western Mass Pioneers of the D3 Pro League averaged a league best 2,430 fans per game during the regular season and upped it by 1,000 per game during the playoffs. They played in the national title game last weekend, so we thought we'd add a few more to the attendance numbers and see what all the hype is about.
Programs get a D3 National Championship program.
A lot of players play for different teams, and in their home crowd, they may have 500 people. The guys play here, they normally just get pumped up from the crowds. It's just a great experience to play here. The one downside to that is every team that comes in here also gets pumped up because they're not used to playing in front of that many people. We very seldom have an easy game at home. Every game is tough because both teams always play to their highest level.
More a tight-knit crowd, I don't think you can find it anywhere else. You know, it's just a bunch of local people that are friends, and they're just all coming out together to support their team who they really know personally. It's not like we're superstars that don't live around here and don't work in normal jobs. We're just a bunch of normal guys, and they know that, and they appreciate it.
We go to some stadiums, it's a nice place like this, and they'll have 100 people in fans, you know, and it's great to play. It's still good soccer, but the atmosphere makes it so much more intense, so much more enjoyable for both teams. This is just, it far exceeds anything we've seen elsewhere.
Such a motivating factor. It's like a 12th player down the field, you know, and it's intimidating for another team to come in here and play. I mean, I was on the other hand coming in here even in high school and playing in this field, and it's a tough place to play. You know, it's just it's overwhelming. You don't see this anywhere else in the league, and it's hard to prepare yourself for something like that, especially at an away game. It's hard for us for a home game to prepare ourselves, and I couldn't imagine being an away team here.
Leszek Krona, a personality to say the least, brings a great fire to the game. He wants to win so bad. A great player in his own time. He brings so much to the game through his knowledge because he's played at such a high level, Division I in Europe. And he just tries to get the players to play at that level.
Sometimes, you know, we have a tough practice. He kicks our butt a little bit, but you know, then he makes us laugh, you know, by saying one of his broken English words there, you know. So I think Leszek, his personality, you know, we exemplify it to the team here. We work hard and we have fun at the same time, and I think that's what he's all about.
He lives and dies the game, and I think that's where his intensity comes from. I think that's where definitely his intelligence for the game comes from. And I think that's what we all realize that. So no matter how hard he is on us, I really think that, you know, it's from his heart that he's being like that.
He just brings, it's just like an unbridled passion for soccer. I mean, the guy lives, eats, and drinks soccer, you know, and you've never seen anyone like, I've never seen anyone like him that just always is doing something with soccer, and he just loves the game, and all he's doing is trying to teach us to love the game, and, you know, and he's done that, you know, and he's brought this team together from a bunch of strangers at the beginning of the season to a really good, close bunch of friends, and, you know, he's the head of that, and, I mean, all the credit, I think, really does go to him, that he's just gotten us ready, and he's been the one, I think, true believer in this team from the beginning of the year. He has had no doubts, if he got the right people to come here, that he could do what he does and put together a winning team like he has.
We put a good group of people together who work together, help each other.
and I try to explain my players, guys, there's no jealousy, no prima donnas in my team. Only together we can be successful. And as I told my players, we have to take one game at a time. We're winning, that's great. We're losing together. We have to regroup and start the game. And we did. Where we are right now, because the teamwork, because the team spirit, because no jealousy. I repeat one more time, no prima donnas on the team.
We're just a bunch of normal guys that just enjoy playing soccer. You know, Leszek's brought us to love it, and you know, we're a good bunch of friends. We'll be friends after the season ends too, and I think that's a really nice thing to know.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
The Pioneers, in only their second year of existence, captured the national title by a final score of 2-1 in front of a record crowd of over 5,200 Craze fans. They were also named the 1999 D3 Organization of the Year, and 2 team members were named first-team All-Stars.
As Pioneers captured the national championship, a hard-fought 2-1 win over South Jersey brought home the hardware. When Longmeadow's Brad Miller suggested to friends at the Lusitano Club in 1997 that they should start a pro soccer team in the area, he never dreamed just 2 years later he'd be parading the national championship plaque around Lusitano Field.
Even talking about it and dreaming about it when we were younger, like earlier starting out, we had no idea what it really was to come here in the national championship, bringing him to Ludlow and just win it all. It's outstanding. It's beyond what I can talk about right now.
The Western Mass Pioneers defied the odds Saturday night in Ludlow when they won the D3 Pro League National Championship in front of over 5,000 fans in only their second year of existence.
It's unbelievable. To win a national championship at any level is great. At the youth, high school, college, whatever. And being a professional soccer player, this is unbelievable.
There's no better place than this right now. I tell you, this is the best, you know, and this club deserves it. I mean, and all the credit in the world I got to give to Leszek. I mean, we played this game for him. He gave up his life for us, and we won the championship for him.
Leszek Rona's players believe in their coach, and that was clear Saturday night. After a scoreless first half, the Pioneers shocked the South Jersey Barons by storming out in the second half and scoring the game's first goal just a minute and a half in. Moments later, off a feed from goalie John Voigt, Rob Jachym, who has Major League Soccer experience with the Revolution, made it 2-0. South Jersey would cut the lead in half, then pepper the net in the final minutes, but Voigt and the Pioneers' defense hung on.
I got one word for South Soul, Rick, the board, the fans, my wife, family, thank you very much. It's been an honor and pleasure to play with the Pioneers.
When I talk to you guys, I say we're taking one game at a time. We did it today. One game at a time, slowly, and finally our job is done. That's great.
Pioneers general manager Rick Andre, who lost a son to cancer earlier this year, let his emotions go during the post-game ceremony. The 32-year-old Voigt, an AIC grad, was named the game's MVP as the Pioneers won 2-1 and proved they're simply the best team in the nation. And I believe they are still celebrating in Ludlow at this moment.
We have one team that's playing well. The Pioneers, they have a big game this weekend. Scott Cohen standing by with more on that. Scotty?
Okay, you're right, Beth and Dave. The Western Mass Pioneers will play host to the Reading Rage this Saturday night at Lusitano Stadium in Ludlow. It's a second-round playoff game. Now, the last time these two teams met was in June. Reading had a 1-0 lead, and this guy, the striker, Rob Jachym, had a chance to tie the game in the 90th minute with a penalty shot. Rob missed, and Reading won the game by a score of 1-0. Joining me live right now is the man who kicked and missed that goal, Rob Jachym. How you doing?
Not bad.
Keeper made an unbelievable save.
Yes, he did. You did a great job. It came up a little short. You guys went on the road and played at South Jersey, a team that had really kind of had your number, and you won that. Tell us where you guys are right now with the playoffs underway.
Right now, I think the team's got a lot of confidence. We're playing well. We've won, I think it's the last 8 out of the last 9 games. I'm scoring some goals. Paul Wright's scoring some goals. As long as we stay healthy, we should be in good shape.
Let's talk about you, because you came back against North Jersey, and you know, the team was kind of struggling before you got back. You were hurt, and you scored a lot for them last year. Let's take a look at some of the highlights, and you got right off to a really, really good start. Talk about where you are now and how you go as goes the team.
When I took that penalty shot, I was just coming off injury, and I thought I was ready. Obviously, my sharpness in front of the goal wasn't there. Then I started scoring some goals. Every game I've scored this year, I've scored 2 goals in. And the goals we're seeing now, you know, that was a good stretch for me. It got my confidence. I think the team's confidence came up. And when you score goals, it makes it a lot easier for the rest of the team. You know, if you give one up, we score 2, we're in good shape. So I think now I'm a little bit more confident. I'm scoring some goals this weekend. I had 2. So I think the team behind me is confident, and we're keeping goals out of the net, and we're winning games.
All right, now you and Paul Wright do handle sometimes the lion's share of the scoring. He was hurt last week, still is a little sore. You injured your hamstring.
Yeah.
Can you talk about yourself in particular and where Paul is as far as your health for this weekend's game?
I'm a lot better than I was Saturday night, but it's day to day. I'm going to do a little stretching tonight, you know, when I get home, ice, and then hopefully I'll pass the physical Saturday before the game, and Coach Leshik will play me.
Well, you know, you guys won the national championship last year. You know, can conceivably you guys do that again?
I think so. We're playing at home, which is last year it proved to be very important, and this year we got this game at home somehow, and hopefully we'll take advantage of that.
Yeah, if you guys can perform as well as the front office did to get the home game, you'll probably do very well. That's got to be great playing at home.
It's going to be great. The weather looks like it's going to be great. We just heard, and the fans I'm sure are going to be out there, and you know that's invaluable. Having the fans behind us late in the game when we're tired and you don't have that energy, you know, you hear a little kid shouting for you, cheering for you, it gives you that little extra burst.
Oh, well, listen, good luck to you. You guys are a lot of fun to watch.
Thank you very much.
Rob Jachym of the Western Mass Pioneers, they've got a big playoff game this weekend, and he'll be there, and hopefully the fans will too. It's a home game, and they pulled a lot of strings to get it.
Yeah.
Good strings to pull, and we know the fans will be pulling for
Yeah.
him.
Good luck to Rob and the whole team.
Okay.
Thanks, Scott. Well, a day at the beach turns very tragic. It involved a boy and